A girl is gorgeous and pretty, it's 20 times more headache. Now hold on, because you fine too. Don't do that. But you a different kind of fine. Like I said, you the girl next door fine. There's a difference in both of them. Look at you.
I feel like you're gonna say you fine in your personality.
No. We have this, y'all. We have this talk all the time.
Your personality is fine.
We always have this talk because it's so hard to describe this without essentially hurting Shan's feelings. Because like when I say like they drop dead gorgeous, it's almost like saying that Shan's not.
Yeah.
No, that's not the case.
I'm not a bad bitch.
Baby, you are everything in a bag of chips. All right, you are.
That's such an 80s compliment.
Oh my gosh.
All that in a bag of chips, baby.
The thing about Shan is that I am extremely a lot more attracted to your personality than your looks. I know you probably don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that sounds really mean.
But those are the ones that we marry, right? There's girls that, as a man, that look amazing, that are fine. Like, damn, you look good. But
that's it.
A mature man's gonna automatically categorize that as like a fun time.
Welcome to my new series, You in Danger, Girl. Now, I don't know if you cringed as much as I did when you saw that clip, or you felt as bad for this woman as I did. But baby, I saw that and I was actually very sad for her and mad for her. And I was wondering why she wasn't mad. And, I really wish that women a lot of times would really listen to what men say. This man sat there up in her face and said, when a girl is gorgeous and pretty, she is 10 times more of a headache. But I love you because you a girl next door and you don't give me them type of problems because you don't look like that. And what? Excuse me? Come again? And then had the nerve to say that, well, there are girls that look amazing, but men automatically, we automatically categorize that as a fun time. Well, first of all, your man just told you that he doesn't find you gorgeous or pretty, but you're good enough and your personality makes up for what you're lacking in the face. He also exposed the fact that he would love a gorgeous woman, but he doesn't think that he can find one that has a down-to-earth personality like yours. And that's essentially what he said. I don't care what he said, that's what he said, if you listen. And that doesn't even make sense because when did your looks, which you're born with and you can't help, how does that determine what type of personality you're going to have? And when did a woman simply looking good or being pretty or being attractive mean that you have to be now categorized as just a woman to be just used by men? That didn't even make sense. He didn't even make sense, nothing what he was saying, and it's a lot of problems with what he said. And the reason why it doesn't make sense is because he's not telling the truth. He's not being honest. If you're telling somebody something and it doesn't make sense, 9 times out of 10, yeah, you already know what the deal is. And then my thing is that he said that he has had this conversation with her plenty of times, and it's hard to navigate it without hurting her feelings. Well, if you know that this particular conversation is touchy and it hurts her feelings, then why are you still making it a topic? And not to mention, why would you do a podcast about it and expose this conversation to the world and open your girl up or your fiance up to further humiliation, not just by you, but from the world? Because I don't know why he didn't think that this would be a topic of discussion. And what's sad to me is that you could actually see on her face that she was hurt by it and that she was looking for some type of validation from him, confirmation that he felt that she was just as amazing looking as the women that he said were a headache. But he didn't even give that to her. He did not. And, she is willing to accept that from him for whatever reason. And I don't understand why, because she's a very attractive girl. I see some of her content online. She's very funny. She seems to be very intelligent. So I'm not quite for sure why she's accepting this. Now, is it low self-esteem? I don't know. Does she feel like all men feel this way and believe that about her? I don't know. Does she believe the BS that he's talking? Like I said, I do not know. But to sit there and expect a woman to be your wife and you can't even validate her and say, you know what, you're the most beautiful woman to me inside and out, and make her feel as if there is no other woman out there that compares to her. That's wild to me that you can't do that. It's wild to me that you can sit there in her face and say, oh, well, these women are drop dead gorgeous. These women are amazing looking. But, oh, I'm not going to be with those women because you're so fun. You're so great. What? What woman really wants to feel like that? Another important thought is what happens to you, sir, if you run across a woman who you think is drop dead gorgeous, is amazing looking, and she isn't a headache, and she has a great personality? What happens then? Because clearly you settled for her because you felt like she's the best personality that you're going to get in the packaging that you have to accept that comes with the great personality. I mean, really. And, also, I've never understood why men can feel so comfortable talking about a woman's appearance or looks and comparing her to other women. Or saying that because he's a man, he needs variety, this, that, and the third. But a woman, let us start talking about a man's weight, height, appearance. We can't talk about that at all without being called superficial and saying, why are you talking about the things that a man cannot change? You're so picky. And, my thing is this, is that I really wish that I could have jumped in this young lady's body, because if he was talking to me like that, I would have said, yeah, I totally understand what you mean, because, when it came between me and you, the big ones are good to have when you're in the mood to get stretched or you want a man to go super deep. But I chose you because you're smaller, and, I think that's what I'll need for a lifetime, because I don't want to be in pain like that all the time. I don't want a man hitting my guts 24/7. So I'd rather have a man that can't really knock it out the frame. The big ones are good for fun, but not to marry. And then really for him to be having these conversations about looks when he looks like Steve Urkel's even goofier brother. What? What are you really talking about? You shouldn't even fix your lips to talk about nobody's looks. You should be happy that there's a woman that decided that she would like to be with you. And, because I also would have said this is, I was hoping for Keith Powers, but I really liked you and your personality. So I decided to go ahead and be with you because, I find that the tall, fine men with amazing ex, they're usually womanizers because they know that they can have access to a lot of different women because of their value. So I just decided to go for an average man with average ex because you're a good, reliable man to build a future with. What if that happened? What if I said that? What if she said that? I can guarantee you that he would not have taken it as well as she did. And I really have no idea why men think that they have the right to judge women and their appearance, but women cannot and should not do the same. And that's exactly why I will forever, okay, believe that you should treat men exactly how they treat women. No grace for men at all. No grace for men at all. 2025, please understand. Stop extending grace to men. Because please believe, if there's a time that a man should extend grace or lead with kind words or spare your feelings, he will not do that. So why should you? This is a huge red flag. He insulted her in front of the world on a podcast. And then he playing crazy like he don't know that that's something hurtful to say. And, I don't care what any man that may come across this video may say or what excuses that you may use. It is an insult, period. Period. And if a woman, your woman, says something like that to you, y'all will be crashing out. Period. And also, if y'all saw a woman say something like that to your boy, your friend, your brother, your daddy, y'all will be Travis Huntering him and telling him, oh, he shouldn't be with her because, oh, she don't really like you like that, bro. She don't. She's for the streets. Blah, 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 blah. You wouldn't listen. And this is for women. Please look at what a man says rationally. Rationally, not with any emotion. Listen to what he said, not what you want him to have said. Don't put your spin on it. Don't use a flowery interpretation. Listen to exactly what he said. And also think about what the response would have been from him if you said it to him. And if you do that, especially like in a case like this, you will see that this man played in her face. Period. Now, I think that they're engaged or something like that, but I'm going to tell you right now, that is not a man that she should marry. Period. I don't care what y'all say. She should not marry him. He believes that he is the prize and that he is settled for her and that she is the least problematic woman that he is going to find. And he jumped on it because apparently he realizes that he cannot find her character or her archetype in a woman that he, quote unquote, thinks looks amazing. Don't let this be you. Ladies, please, let's start off in 2025 believing the words and actions that men display. Not what we want them to be doing or saying, but what they are actually doing and saying. But I digress. If you watched this whole video and you enjoyed it, please do me a favor and drop a 2 in the comments below. And you already know why, because this man is boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. You in danger, girl. Please leave. If you run across this video. Anyway, let me just keep going. I really feel sorry for her. I really, really, really genuinely do. I really do. This isn't even for her or to bash her or to make her feel bad about herself. Like, legitimately, this is just, hopefully she comes across this and realizes that she's in danger. But also, it's just a cautionary tale for another woman to see this and peep game. You know, my goodness, I probably dated myself by saying peep game. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to edit this out. Sorry about that. Who says that anymore? For real. I'm just saying that I think that this is a good example for other women to see as an example of what not to do, because I'm going to keep saying this over and over on the channel, that smart women learn from the mistakes of others. They don't have to make their own mistakes. They don't have to get hurt. They don't have to have their feelings crushed. They don't have to have a man use their body and then they feel taken advantage of and destroyed. You can watch the examples of other women and see what they have gone through and use that to not go through it yourself. Really. Like I said, smart women learn from the mistakes of others. But anywho, I'm just saying that this is all I'm trying to do, is hopefully this could be a possible cautionary tale for other young black women or black women that may come across this video. But it's really not to hurt that woman or to make her feel bad, because I think that she's an amazing black woman. I've seen her content. She's attractive. She seems intelligent. I'm not trying to put her down in any way. So I just want to make that clear. But anyway, if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that's no problem at all. Just do your girl a free favor. Follow me on TikTok while it's still here. I do live stream there, but I also upload those live streams to YouTube. So definitely follow me on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. And, you know, like I said, you got to subscribe as well, because it says about 49% of y'all watching these videos and y'all are not subscribed. So why are you watching me without hitting that subscribe button? Because if you hit the subscribe button, that will motivate me to make even more content. So please subscribe to your girl. All right. Even if you don't like me. For real. Like, because you listening. So if you use me for content, you know, that you're mad, so you respond to my content, that's fine too. Just go ahead and subscribe to your girl. Why are you doing that, since I'm helping you out? All right. But anyway, Ladies, I love to hear from y'all. Your perspectives, I always want to hear from y'all. So please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.